what I want to do is I'm going to give you the antidote. You ready for the antidote? Everybody wants the antidote, right? So how do you build confidence? Well, first, confidence is built off of one thing, evidence.
Okay.
Right? What is your evidence? Your evidence is what you've done in the past. The evidence is that others have done it and been able to do it. So, I mean, it's possible, right? And then sometimes evidence is something you have to create. And what I mean by that is the three things I think they're important to building confidence is one, the willingness to do something you've never done before, right? So the willingness to say, I'm going to try something I've never tried before and to take on that risk.
With no expectations attached, right?
And that second part of that part is the willingness to try something and to know that you may suck at it, and to continue to show up again.
Yeah, and so I would say that, like, for
that's
our
1A and 1AB.
Our industry in particular, and me speaking directly to women, we're afraid to take that first step at something and suck. We just are, because you have social media, you have all of these other accounts that you follow for inspiration, but really they make you feel bad about yourself, right? So if you're a beginner in 2020, you feel like everything's been done before, people are better than me, everybody's so many steps further past me, right? So I can't look like I suck in public. Like, you're afraid of that. And the reality is like, people are looking for beginners in all aspects of all industries.
Right.
Because usually beginners are going to work with you when it comes to pricing. Beginners don't really know what they're doing when it comes to, like, commanding a certain, like, going rate, right? And this is in all industries across the board. If I put out an ad today saying I was looking for a videographer to do some videos for us, I would be able to tell based on your responses, based on how you reach out to me, based on our interaction, whether you're a beginner or whether you're someone who's been doing this for a long time. Your prices would also be directly different, right? So someone told me the other day, we generally charge about $400 per hour. And I was like, oh yeah, they know what they're doing. Like, it's out of my budget, so I can't select that. That doesn't mean they're too expensive, they suck, who do they think they are? That means they are confident in commanding a certain rate because they put out a certain quality of product and they've been doing it long enough. So now they are specialists, right? If I get a response back and say, hey, I'm willing to do it for $15 an hour because I'm a student and I'm trying to get hours under my belt, awesome. I'm going to hold you to a different level of accountability, different standard.
And I want to touch on that. But, and the key thing is, so the first thing is being willing to do something new and suck at it, right? So that's kind of 1 and 1A, right? Number 2 is the ability to drop your ego and learn, right? So confidence is about, okay, I don't know how to do this, and I'm okay with, I'm trying something new. I know I suck at it, but I'm willing to say, hey, you know what? I want to learn this. I'm going to drop my ego and actually put myself out there and say, okay, where can I find out this information? How can I get this information I need to do this better and to build this skill? Which goes into what Janelle was just talking about when it comes to someone who wants to say, hey, I'm $15 an hour. I just want to practice. The willingness to practice, right? As adults, we don't practice anything, right?
We practice comfortability.
Everything that's hard in this world requires practice. Meditation, practice, right?
Yoga.
Practice, right?
Going to the gym.
Practice, right? And so it's being able to do something over and over and over until you can until confidence can set in, right? And so those are things that I think are so important in building confidence. And one of the things that we do in PTP is we stretch people to do something that they've never done before. We ask them to learn and put away their ego, and then we ask them to practice the thing, right? And so that means sucking often until you don't suck anymore.